ShElite Showcase. I am your hostess with the mostest, the shaman of ShElite, Miss Katie Kinsey Baby.
Baby.
Thank you. Join with me, of course, my lovely co-host. She's this way if you're watching the video. On my screen. The Young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire-breathing, the Rhodes family eating, the spice of life, the sassy senorita that I know, the hangman Adam Page to my Adam Cole, Miss Waifu Garcia Savannah. How are you?
Doing good, Katie. Just a bit tired, but I mean, what else is new?
Story of my life.
I'm gonna say, got new nail polish in the mail, so I'm wearing it, of course.
Oh, okay. Got them Easter colors?
Yeah. They're like, yeah, I guess you could say like a spring collection. They're multi-chrome, so like in different lighting, they'll shift colors. So, pretty cool.
Savannah's got magic fingernails. You heard it here first.
That's right.
She's magic, whatever. There's also something else happening on Sunday.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna do. I didn't even know if we were gonna do this week or next week when I'll actually be 21.
We'll have a little party for you next week.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. This weekend I'm turning 21, so I'm no longer a 20-year-old kid. I'm a 21-year-old kid.
Finally. God damn! I feel like you've been 20 forever.
It feels like I've been 20 forever. Okay, because 2021 was like a damn fever dream. That's when I turned 20, and then I just feel like just been a paradox, and now I've just been 20 forever. So
you're just living in the multiverse, right?
Basically, yeah. So I can't wait. This has been a really long year, to say the least. So I'm just excited. Again, I feel like it's a fresh start, you know? So what a better time to start than your birthday. And then it's like, 21, especially in the United States. In the United States, it's a milestone birthday because, you can drink, you can gamble, which I don't like to drink. And gambling is illegal in Texas. So for me, it's another birthday. But hey, it's a fresh start. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And it's on Easter, so it's like the second time in my life that my birthday falls on Easter. So yay. I get 10 seconds of the egg hunt.
Pour one out for the homie
10-second head start.
J-Man.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh god. That's crazy though. Like my birthday never falls on a holiday.
It always falls on Shawn Michaels' birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, speaking of, yes, my birthday twin is Rowdy Piper. May he rest in peace. I always send him some birthday wishes because again, he's my birthday twin. And I'm just gonna say, like, I know HBA cool and stuff, and I know a lot of people have their own birthday twin, but I'm just saying, I love my birthday twin. Okay, like that's pretty cool. That's pretty. And I was gonna say, and I'm like, if you go back and watch like the Piper's Pit episodes, he is totally an Aries. Okay, like he is a total Aries.
He has such Aries energy.
Yeah, he is. Okay, like I can definitely see it. And,
what's good?
But yeah,
Justin.
What's up, Getcho?
Also, Vince said his brother and sister are turning 21 this weekend too.
Well, there you go. Let's party.
Happy birthday.
Time.
Happy 21 birthday.
I have a little bit of the bubbly. We can pop some and have a glass.
I don't have to drive on Sunday, so I'm just gonna drink a little bit anyways. Cause
damn, yeah, that's right. I'm probably gonna be the one driving because I don't like drinking. I'm just drinking because of Jericho. Okay, that's it.
That sentence out of context sounds terrible. So...
It does, because I have his little bit of the bubbly, which is actually sold out now. So I'm glad I asked my dad to get it for me sooner when they first said, "Oh, it's low on stock. Get it while it lasts." And I was like, "Well, I can't get it because it's illegal." So I asked my dad to get it, so it's part of my birthday gift.
Before we started recording, we were talking about how legitimately whack Texas laws are.
Yeah, well, technically, I wanted to hold up the bottle and show it. I did this actually on stream because the stream's not going to last forever, so...
Only lasts a week.
Yeah, exactly. So, but technically, well, not even technically, it is, by law, I'm not allowed to touch alcohol. Like, I cannot even touch it, like, by law, so...
Can you guys believe that? Listen to that again. She cannot legally touch alcohol in a store.
Yeah, when we were streaming before we started recording, I was telling Katie that if I bumped in, like, if I was walking through a Walmart and I accidentally bumped into, like, the shelves of alcohol and a bottle falls, by law, well, until Sunday, but before then, by law, if that were to happen, I could not reach out and catch it because I'd get in trouble. Or I'd get, like, I don't know if they would take me, like, to the bag and be like, why are you touching the alcohol? But, like, I'm like, by law, I cannot touch it.
Like, that's
or I could not touch it, which is so weird. I'm like...
I've ever heard my entire life.
Well, yeah, if I'm with an adult getting alcohol and like I couldn't even I can't even help carry a case because they're pretty heavy, but like I can't even carry a case of like beer, just to help out and be a good person because by law, at least in public, when we would go and put it away or like take it to the party, I would fucking touch it. I don't care. But by law in public, I was not allowed to touch it. So I'm like, that is ridiculous. But I mean, that won't be a problem for me. Come Sunday, by law, I can touch alcohol.
Matt said, apparently, this is a quote from Matt, apparently Easter is a Hispanic holiday of fertility. Is that true?
Is it now? I don't know. We usually just do it.
Because Easter?
Most people. I guess so, yeah. I'm like, we usually just do the egg hunt and I go to church. So that's normally what I do.
Can't catch me in a church, but I do love me a good egg hunt.
I'm gonna say, and apparently, I don't know, I think it's a southern thing. I talked to one of my friends who's also from the south. Apparently it's a southern thing, the confetti eggs. Because Brooke told me she had never heard of confetti. You don't know? See, there you go.
Okay, well, Brooke is also from PA, yeah, so that helps.
But I don't know if it's a northern thing, I don't know if it's a southern thing, or I don't know if it's just depending on where you live. So I guess, Matt, Vince, Justin, tell me if you guys know what confetti eggs are. Basically, it's colored, you can, first of all, you can buy them pre-made, but if you want to make them yourself, you when you're making eggs, you only crack open like the top part of the egg and you pour the egg out and you carefully rinse the shell, and then you just collect them, you let them dry, and then you paint them different colors, or you can do patterns, whatever you want, whatever's your stick, how creative you are, and then you fill them with confetti, and then you just glue a little piece of tissue paper on top so the confetti stays in, and then when someone pisses you off on Easter, you crack a confetti egg on their head and it makes a mess all over your hair, and it makes a mess in general, so you're good luck cleaning that up. But that's about it. Again, I don't know if it's a southern thing, but apparently you guys have never...
southern thing.
I told Brooke, I was like,
she's in Kentucky. Ask Jaylee.
I'll ask her. Well, I haven't talked to her today because I know she's busy with school. Just came back from like an FBLA trip, but
I saw that.
Yeah, so I was like, I told Brooke, I was like, if we meet at All Out, I'm like, I'll bring you a freaking sneaking confetti eggs in my luggage. I'll be like, here you go crack some over some people's heads.
Bitch, you know that shit ain't making it. You already got something once at customs. What makes you think you're gonna be able to take an egg?
Well, because they're not actual eggs. It's not like the food. It's not fluids. It's full of confetti.
But so if I just put it in my... they're just gonna see an egg in the fucking thing, and they're gonna be like, why are you taking
As long as there's no fluids detected, hopefully they'll let me through. They might open it and may look at me weirdly, but I'll be like, look, I'm giving those to a friend, and they'll be like,
they're gonna be like,
unless I check it in, they may not even question it, but checking in, they have a better chance of being cracked, because they're very fragile. A Texas thing, yeah.
Must be a
Fragile, yeah. I was gonna say that. I love that movie.
It's I watch it all 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
The amount of times I quoted just during the year, my favorite. It's not even Christmas time, and then whatever. But one of my favorite things to quote from that movie is, "Ovaltine, a crummy commercial, son of a bitch." It just the subtlety he says it is one of my favorite things of all time. I say it all the time. I fucking love it. Yeah. Shout out to A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Great movie.
Savannah gets detained for confetti eggs. Honestly,
I know they might. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if they take them away because they consider it a weapon. I'm like, bro, it's confetti. You're not gonna kill anyone. You think I'm gonna hijack the cockpit with these confetti eggs and be like, gotcha? They're gonna be like, get out of here. I'm gonna get duct taped to my seat, like some airlines have done to their passengers.
They have. I do remember that being on the news. Oh my god. Jesus. Alright.
Crazy country. Anyways.
Anywho.
Let's get
news and rumors. There's not a lot that happened.
Cool.
Raquel Rodriguez made her debut on SmackDown, the main roster finally. So Matt can no longer call her Giant Gonzalez. She is now Raquel Rodriguez. And then Imperium, Gunther, and Ludwig Kaiser, formerly known as Marcel Bartel, also debuted. Poor Fabian Eichner's got left behind. on NXT.
Yeah.
Kind of fucked. Low key, but...
Yeah.
I mean, him and Bartel are fantastic competitors regardless, so Fabian, I can be fine. Also, we got Lacey Evans returning after she had her baby.
She looks great also.
She looks so good. That outfit, iconic. The entire start of the show has consisted of Texas talk. I know. There's a lot of Texas talk.
Yeah.
Oh god. Just dropped my marker. My pen. Congratulations to Alexa Bliss and Ryan Cabrera for getting married.
Their wedding looked so cute.
She lived a dream. Avril Lavigne was one of her fucking bridesmaids. I would die. Travis Clark from
Yeah, that is literally the definition of a dream wedding. First of all, she looked literally like a goddess. Okay, so if people who want the goddess back, that's probably as close as we're getting right now. Like how she looked on her wedding day, she looked amazing, and it all looked just so beautiful. Like I would have wanted to be there, not just because not just because it's Alexa Bliss, but like just it seems like one of those weddings that like everyone talks about because it just was that amazing. And her first dance with Ryan was a Disney song, which I fucking loved.
From a Goofy movie.
Yes, I was like, my heart. I was like, I love that. I'm like, nothing, like it was like something that was like very like expected, because that's typical Alexa Bliss, Disney stuff, which I madly respect. I thought it was so cool. And even then, like, I know some people like to, like, have their natural hair and stuff. She kept the pink in, and it was, like, a nice, subtle, soft pink, which I really liked.
She looked beautiful. The wedding looked great. I'm so mad I wasn't there. I would have been living my best life. Like, I've met Travis Clark, and Avril Lavigne was my first concert. Like, that's a dream!
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, congrats to them.
Yeah, congrats to them. So at Super Card of Honor, which was like 2 weeks ago, I think at this point, Tully Blanchard, who got dropped by FTR, debuted a new tag team. I believe it's pronounced Khan, who has been on a few episodes of Dark for AW, and Toa Leona, who was also on a few episodes of Dark, I believe, but also wrestled for Versus Pro Wrestling, and I've seen him live in Vegas. A monster. So the fact that they both signed with AEW, but will be specifically working with Ring of Honor, is incredible. I'm so happy for both of them. They both look great. I just like that they're specifying where they're mainly going to work, because as of right now, nobody really knows the deal with, like, AEW Ring of Honor. Like, are you just gonna have a separate roster? Like, are people just gonna bounce back and forth? Like Joe, Yuta, Gresham.
I think the way they're gonna do it is not specifically like you are for AEW and you are for Ring of Honor. I just think they're gonna have those wrestlers that like you will see more on Ring of Honor, and then like occasionally you'll see like someone you would mostly see on AEW, like
Okay.
Like. Can't think the top of my head right now. Like, I think a good example. First of all, I think Britt Baker would be perfect to go to Ring of Honor every now and then.
Yeah.
That's kind of where she started. Yeah. Like, so I think it would be cool for her to go back as like the Doc. Well, she was the Doc then, but I mean like the one that she built herself in AEW.
Yeah.
That badass heel that everyone like should be threatened by.
That would be very interesting. Oh yeah, she returns next week.
I kind of like, it took me a while to think about that. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna be in Pittsburgh. What better way for her to come back, or what better time for her to come back than
Pittsburgh, baby? I'm sorry, baby. Very excited. So excited. Shows the card a little iffy, but like some shit's gonna slap. Like, I don't want to fucking see Hook wrestle, but like I'm gonna have to. But it is what it is.
Big announcement that's another announcement next week.
Dude, Tony Khan has...
This dude's announcements, I'm like,
this man said, here's an announcement that I have a huge announcement next week. Motherfucker, it better be like, you got a TV deal or a streaming service or some shit. Like, because I don't fucking care.
I don't know, but this dude's always got it, or I'm like, of course, everyone's like, "Who are you signing now?" I'm like, I don't know, bro, but
I hope hopefully no one. Your roster's too fucking big. Relax.
unless it's a woman.
If it's a woman, please.
Well,
But
and unless they're utilized properly.
also that. Also, you know what's crazy? The fact, and then I'll go back to news rumors. The fact that they're having matches to qualify for the tournament.
That was weird. I thought in the very beginning I thought this was the tournament. I'm like, oh, okay, so like, you know. And then I was like, oh wait, they're like, oh, you qualified. I'm like, oh wait, so this isn't the tournament. I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Optimus Prime is all elite. The bots will not win. Stop. Oh yeah, Tony Khan, thanks for all robots. Fucking dumbass. Quit bumping your coke, bro. Get out of here.
Dude, he was probably high when he freaking tweeted that. I'm like, dude,
like, who you mean more than likely? Yes.
I'm like, who the hell just thinks of that shit and is like, you know what, that would be perfect for Twitter. Like, without being high as a kite.
Thinks of that? Someone doing multiple lines of cocaine multiple times a day.
That's why I said, like, who does that sober? Like,
nobody.
I don't think anyone in their right mind.
You know what's crazy? I think there's bots, like, on Twitter. Like, get the fuck.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, they live in your head rent-free when they shouldn't be. Because the fact, first of all, you think that there's bots running them, but I'm like, dude, if you talk more shit about them than they do with you and your company, like, so if any, like, so I guess just like make up for the fact that some people actually don't like AEW. Oh, it's bots paid by the Fed. I'm like, dude, like, what the hell did Cody do to you? I'm like,
well, here's a wild idea. I hate both companies for multiple reasons, but I'm not a bot. Weird. I know.
According to Tony, you are.
Well, fuck Tony. Be careful how you talk about Kenny Omega's best friend, Savannah.
Well, it's not Kenny Omega himself, and his best friends are the Bucks, so there you go. Jesus and Kota Ibushi, so there you go. And Don Callis.
Nobody gives a fuck about him. Moving on.
That showed up at Revolution.
Tommaso Ciampa makes his technically second main roster debut, because a lot of people probably don't remember.
Him and Johnny Gargano came to the main roster.
Him and Johnny, Ricochet, and Aleister Black all kind of came up on the main roster together at one point, and then they were only on for like 2 weeks and then fizzled out.
I think because Tommaso Ciampa got injured, they're like, okay, Johnny, you're just gonna.
That's exactly when Tommaso got hurt. So everyone was just like, okay, everyone come back. No, come back, guys. We need you.
Right, go backtrack. Abort.
Leave! So I'm excited to see what they do with him. I'm loving everything with. I'll talk about it later. So it was tweeted by WWE the other day that on September 3rd, the first major WWE stadium event in the UK, it's going to be at the Principality Stadium in Wales, I think.
Manchester. Oh, Wales. It is Wales. I was going to say Manchester, but no, it is Wales.
I can't think of, like, the something Wales. Cardiff? I don't know. I can't pronounce anything. I suck.
Sorry, people in the UK.
So that's gonna be super cool, because they haven't had one. Oh god, I think it was saying like 30 years.
Shit.
I think. Don't hold me to that. I saw a lot of tweets about it, and I didn't write everything down apparently. But that is cool. People in the UK have been wanting something big for a while. I have a feeling Drew McIntyre will hold a championship by that time, or win a championship in that building. As he should. Fuck around a little. Like, go for it. But who knows what's going on with those titles right now. And speaking of titles, as we talked about last week, Nash Carter was released. Ergo, the NXT tag titles had to be vacated. There was a 5-man gauntlet match, which GYV was not in, which still pisses me off, because how you're not going to have GYV in it, but you're going to have Ozzy Paul and his bodyguard, and then this new tag team from the NXT UK who win the tournament. Like, I don't even understand. But Pretty Deadly. I don't know their names. I just wrote down the tag team name. They are the new NXT Tag Team Champions. after harassing and beating up the Creeds for weeks. So that's a thing that happened on NXT Tuesday. Title Tuesday. And then the final thing I have, Samoa Joe, the new Ring of Honor TV champion. He won it on Dynamite on Wednesday. And then there was a debut after, but like, I'm not even putting that as news and rumors because I don't fucking care.
No one does. No one knows who he was. I was like, people were like, fuck. The Great Khali started trending on Twitter because of that. I'm like, oh my god. Like,
dude,
I was like,
people really ran with it. People said, here's it.
because like people were like, oh my god, like we were talking about it in the chat and Instagram. We were like, dude, like Tony, like you could do shit like this if someone knows, like if people know who the fuck it is. Like you can't just do this at the end of your show,
like
after a title match, and no one knows who the hell it is.
They have to stop doing the lights out shit if it's not Malachi. Stop doing that for people who come in.
Or Sting.
We're done. Sting doesn't do it like long. His is just for his like whatever, because he hasn't really like popped up behind anyone in a while.
He just waits for it to snow no matter where they are.
Exactly.
But like, I was gonna say,
and also like we had no idea who this guy was. At least for Veer, we had vignettes for 36 weeks. Like, come on.
And I know some were kind of comparing it to like Braun Strowman's WWE debut, but I feel like it was a little bit different only because it was with the Wyatt family. So like you kind of knew what he was doing. You know what like his purpose was right from the get-go. Like, oh shit, he's wearing a mask.
This giant with Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah, so you're like, who the hell is that? What's his purpose? What is he doing? You know, like,
where did he come from?
They needed to bring their own Omos, so they're like, let's just bring this guy in.
I just don't understand. Like, the point was what? We know Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe got this feud, which I'm all about, because that's great. But, like, you really had to bring this guy in? For no build up.
What's his purpose?
No reasoning behind it. Literally, and like, it's exhausting. That's what it is. His purpose is to hurt Joe. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I mean, he's technically right, but like, I wish it would have been like, and Tony Schiavone commentary was like, I've seen him at the or whatever, their gym.
Like, Tony, stop it. You have not seen him.
Shivani, you lying ass. No, you did not.
You have not seen him. Don't lie. Save yourself. Just
gym. Liar. That's all I gotta say about that.
Damn, why are you gonna hurt Britt's best friend like that?
See, again, drawing the line. They are not best friends. He's creepy. Stay the fuck away from Adam Cole's girlfriend. Dutt and Lethal have daddy issues. Joe went to get smokes and never came back. Too real. How dare you? They found him and found someone big enough to beat up their dad. My dad's bigger than your dad. Like, my dad will beat up your dad. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck. Yeah, so that's all the news and rumors I had. So I'm gonna do with anything.
No news and rumors from me. Don't have any.
Alright. Today in women's wrestling history, Shimmer, 101 and 102. Now I'm just gonna start. Did somebody just knock on your door?
No, it's from downstairs. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I don't know if they heard it, but it sounded like a like on a door.
Yeah, that was my dad. I was like. And he watches, so Dad, can you not do that next time?
I know. So I'm just gonna start naming off some of the names that were on one or both cards. Tesha Price, now known as Fallon Henley on NXT. She's with the Brooks and Dunn. Facebook, not Facebook, Facebook, is now known as...
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, really quick. Brooks and Dunn, is that actually a thing on NXT?
No, that's... It's Brooks and Jensen, but Matt calls them Brooks and Dunn, and
I was gonna say,
that it's literally not Brooks and Dunn.
I see, it's cause that's such a WWE thing to do. I'm like, oh my god, do they actually have a group called Brooks and Dunn there?
No, I mean, well, country one's name's Brooks, it just works.
I get it, but I was like, because like Garth Brooks, I get it. So, but I was like, what? I was confused for a second. I was like,
sorry.
But go on, sorry.
Face Brooke is now known as Persia Parada. Ariel Monroe, also known as Big Swole. Kaylee Ray, Rachel Ellering, Veda Scott, Marty Bell, Leva Bates, Mercedes Martinez, Willow Nightingale, Shaza McKenzie, Shotzi Blackheart, Mia Yim, Deanna Perrazzo, Soraya Knight, who's Paige's mom, Navia, Jessica Havoc, and Kiera Hogan are some of these names that were on this card.
Yeah. Oh, that's a stacked card.
Those are stacked cards, yeah. I think I didn't write it down, but Marty Bell's currently the NWA Women's Tag Champ with Allison Kay, obviously Deanna Perrazzo, Shots, these names, and they're memorable.
Also, I know who Brooks and Dunn are. Don't think that me from Texas would not know who Brooks and Dunn are. That's why I was like, what? Because again, I think
because you said Garth Brooks, that's probably why he was just clarifying.
Oh yeah, I know Garth Brooks is the Brooks of Brooks and Dunn.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make things clear here. Aye.
But well, that's all you have for this day in women's wrestling history, right?
Yes.
That's it. Okay, I just wanted to say I do have. Well, I forgot one thing about news and rumors, but I don't think you'd appreciate it that much.
What?
Adam Cole lost being the elite title to Christopher Daniels. He trusted his instinct in Blackjack, and that wasn't the best instinct he should have trusted.
Blackjack's a scam.
Well, obviously, because now Adam Cole's no longer the BTE champion, so now he's literally got no gold. No more gold for Budge.
It's okay, Adam. They can't see you. I can. It's okay.
Aw, he's so cute. I can't get over how cute he is. Little Adam. Only I can see him.
Oh yeah, only Savannah can. It's because I don't frame my camera.
Watches over Katie.
He's my... I'm gonna make a reference. Nobody's gonna try and Lacey watch me. He's my Conchu to my Mark Spector. Yeah. Are you watching Moon Knight? Do you watch Marvel shows?
No.
Fuck.
I
need somebody else to talk. I need somebody to watch the show so I can talk about it. I'm losing my mind. Oscar Isaac is so good. I can literally just talk about it for fucking weeks. I can't. I cannot. Okay. Wrestlers of the week. You go first.
Okay, so I'll start off with tag teams, which, I mean, I guess technically there wasn't that much tag team action this week, if you really think about it.
Not really, no.
So I'm just gonna go with yesterday. Jurassic Express retained their titles against Red Dragon, which, congrats to them. I hope that they keep doing more stuff with Jurassic Express other than have them be the ones that comes out to help Hangman when he's getting beat up, because that's Dark Order's job. Let Jurassic Express be the tag team champions, okay? Come on now. So, but it was a good match, and again, they retained, so I'm glad their title reign didn't get cut short. And, I cannot wait to see who will challenge them next. Who knows who it will be.
I have a feeling it's going to be FDR.
I can see it, but...
I mean, I don't know. Though. Also, Matt said it's Kicks, Brooks, and Ronnie Dunn. For Brooks and Dunn. He did send me a screenshot, too. That's what it says.
I thought it was Garth Brooks.
I think Garth Brooks is just separate. I think they just happen to have the same last name.
I could have sworn, but that's not here nor there.
I don't listen to Garth Brooks.
I do. I love Garth Brooks. You put country to Texan? I'm just kidding. I know what you were trying to say.
Dude, Matt struggles sometimes, which fair. He watches at work, so I appreciate.
I was like, respect.
Much respect. Matt's our best listener. Number one.
And sometimes MVP. Our only listener, so you gotta
MVP.
That.
Shout out.
MVP.
So is Jurassic Express your only tag team?
Yeah.
Okay. I got two. One, Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, even though they lost the match, banger of a match. The moonsault off Keith Lee's chest? Dude, iconic. They have great chemistry together. I'm happy that, they're utilizing both of them in a good way. Like, they work really well together. I was trying to think back. I don't think they ever crossed paths on NXT, and if they did, it was brief.
I don't recall. I feel like Keith Lee was at the main roster. Right before.
I think so too.
Swerve came to NXT. I could be wrong though, because I don't really keep up with NXT, but that's what I recall. I would watch NXT more when like Keith Lee and like Adam Cole were there and stuff. Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, you were more like OG Black and Gold, not Black and Gold / 2.0.
Not I mean, I know people like if they saw the titles, like they changed them.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know people are giving them shit, but I thought they looked nice.
Keep that thought in the back of your mind for later.
Okay.
But then I'm also giving my other tag team pick to the Creeds, because they pulled out in that gauntlet match. They were the first team in. One got put through a table. One, like, they got their asses beat. But I really thought they were going to put the titles on them, and they didn't, which is just
that was like the twist. That was a twist. That was like the twist when that fatal 4-way for the Universal title happened, and everyone thought Triple H was going to help Rollins get it, and then he turned on Rollins to help KO get it. It was like that kind of twist, but obviously not with like storyline involved. It was just like
I get it, because Pretty Deadly has like fucked up the Creeds a lot and cost them a title match already, so it only makes sense. But like, damn it, you really had them run the gauntlet and look so strong just for Pretty Deadly, who have the taste of like women from the 80s. Like, come on. Damn it. And like, don't get me wrong, colors were beautiful on the outfits, but like, the Creeds were right there. Oh, it's so aggravating. So the Creeds should have won it. What was the last one? The last pay-per-view? Takeover, whatever.
Stand and Deliver?
Stand and Deliver? Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have fucking won a Stand and Deliver.
Well, I mean, no one expected for all the shit that happened to happen. So technically, this gauntlet match probably wouldn't have even happened.
Like, it wouldn't have, but MSK shouldn't have been in the fucking match in the first place.
That is true. No, you just gotta help. We can't help but think what's gonna happen with Wesley, or did they already like?
I don't. Well, he hasn't been released that I've seen. I hope they can still utilize him, because
not that they should release him. This technically doesn't involve him.
No, it doesn't involve him at all. But like, he's really good in the ring, so like, keep him. Do something with him. If not, release him and let him go be with the other part of the Radicals in Impact. Let him do something.
Rascals.
Fuck, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're all. It's as a tag team. I don't
believe
watch
that
Impact.
The third Rascal is like Trey Miguel or something like that.
Is it Trey Miguel?
He blocked Trey Miguel. Yeah, I think so. And he blocked me on Instagram because I tagged him. I like spam tagged him in one of my friends' edits. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you then. I just wanted to help my friends out. I don't know who the fuck you are. You're a fucking Impact. Block me. I don't fucking care. Welling up with tears.
Wait, what did I call them? I didn't call them rascals. What did I call them? Radicals?
Yeah.
I was close, dude. I think I blacked out. I don't know. Anyways, women's or man's?
Women's, and I'm gonna go with only because she retained. I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose. I really wanted Dakota Kai to win. And I knew for sure if she would have won, she would have been my pick. But I mean, I'll give her flowers. It was a good match. Mm-hmm. But you know, Mandy Rose is like, she's unstoppable. Like, it's hard to believe that this is the same Mandy Rose that they didn't do shit with on the main roster. Mm-hmm. Like, she was just the Mandy Rose that would waltz around, you know, let Corey Graves like get a boner over her. Like, that was like all that happened. They had this thing with Sonya Deville, but they never went anywhere with it.
Due to
it's
reasons outside of everyone's control, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. Now they're doing something with her. She's killing it. And she's unstoppable now. I would like to see her again. Like, come on. Bring NXT back to Survivor Series. Come on now.
Literally.
Like, let her kick Charlotte's ass. Like, let her get her revenge, you know? This is not the same Mandy Rose, okay? Like, let her kick Charlotte's ass this time.
Literally. Anyone can kick Charlotte's ass. Charlotte's a bitch. Neither here nor there. But I also have Mandy. But I also have Liv Morgan. Because Rhea, my love, was out. I think they were kind of saying COVID without saying COVID. So Liv had a match against Sasha on SmackDown, banger match, she won, and then had a match with Naomi on Raw, she lost, but she's been basically doing this whole feud for a week by herself because Rhea's been out. And then on Monday we get the tag match we were supposed to get on Monday. So, I hope, I'm just putting this out into the ether. Please do not break up Liv for Brutality. I will cry.
I mean, they could very well win.
I don't think they're gonna win the titles, but like I won't be mad if they do. Like, I just don't want them to
the Sasha Banks curse.
Them up. For the love of God, do not break them up.
Flashback to the Sasha Banks curse.
But she has Naomi with her, so maybe that counteracts it.
Maybe it cancels it out, and now we have to like.
I don't know. It's like PEMDAS or some shit, right?
Sure. I don't math.
I fucking don't math either, dude. Manses. What you got?
Manses, I'm gonna go with Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta because they had a fucking banger ass match on Rampage. It was so good, and now Wheeler Yuta is part of the Blackpool Combat Club, so love to see it. He's gonna be in his first Blackpool Combat Club tag match next week. Right? Yeah, there you go. So can't wait to see it. Who are they going up against? The Gun Club.
Yeah,
I would love to see them go up against House of Black, but I think that's. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we'll be getting that soon.
Oh my God! All of Mox, Brian, Wheeler, Malachi, Murphy, Brody King kind of is there, and Murphy, dude.
And then also I think at some point we are gonna get this Blackpool Combat Club versus Best Friends, with Orange.
Oh, that's gonna. Well, yeah. Once Orange's shoulders healed, that's definitely happening.
Yeah, poor Orange. He's been injured since Revolution, no? That's where he got injured?
Yeah. They made his sling out of a jean. Did you see that?
Yes, but I love the creativity.
Honestly, like they're making brand. I love it.
Well, that's what Britt did when she freaking fucked up her. Well, when Nyla Rose fucked up her knee. She did the whole role model thing. It was all blinged out and stuff. You know. There you go. Just keep it on brand.
It works, yeah. Do you just have Mox and Yuta?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 3. One isn't for a match, just for other things they've been doing. Solo Sikoa, banger match with Cameron Grimes for the North American title. He lost, but Baby Uso's killing it down in NXT, and I love that for him.
Little Baby Uso gotta join the Bloodline, so you gotta join the Bloodline.
I don't know if I want him to join the Bloodline if he goes up immediately. I feel like having him
maybe he can
be by himself solo one, which I love that Carmelo Hayes keeps saying he's gonna make his name Uno, which is funny. But like having him, if he goes to SmackDown with the main roster and whatever, and the Bloodline's still running roughshod, having him be like the bitter cousin to Roman is gonna be really smart, and like bitter to his. That would be like big brothers.
It could possibly be like the more successful like Jey Uso feud with. And what I mean by more successful, I'm not saying that it was a bad feud. I'm saying that like Jey Uso eventually caved and is now working with Roman Reigns.
That's Jimmy's
like now. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying like the fact is Jey Uso caved,
he did,
and now he's working with Roman Reigns. So maybe now we finally have the one who rebels, and he ain't gonna stop.
Rebels.
He's the resistance.
Oh my God! I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt
First
for those
Order.
who aren't watching the video.
This is the First Order.
Basically. And see, I kind of... Reek has talked about this. I think having Jay win Money in the Bank and, like, cash in on Roman would be so interesting.
But would they have him a successful cash-in?
I mean, I don't know. They could be like, nah.
The last cash-in, the last Money in the Bank holder was it The Miz?
Miz.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I think. Wait. No.
No,
Biggie. It was Biggie. Oh my God, we're dumb.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. Okay, so that was a successful cash-in. Okay. I was like, because before then, it was, the whole Otis and Miz thing, but that was an unsuccessful cash-in. And I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
And
Miz
then
successfully cashed it in, and Big E successfully cashed it in. Like, once Miz
oh,
won it...
it was before. He unsuccessfully cashed it in before because it was John Morrison who cashed it in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm like, it's because, like, and then it's because I'm just, the Money in the Bank, I hope, like, first of all, I hope it's a very lengthy, like, you know, they hold, both the men and the women hold the briefcase for a long time. Because Big E kind of did, but, like, it was, these were, right? It wasn't the same night?
No, Big E held it for
No,
a
I was
while.
gonna say, I was like, because, dating back to, like, 2020, Becky Lynch left, and that was the Money in the Bank women's match. The whole Otis situation was 2020 also, and so then 2021 that was Big E and the women.
Wasn't it Nikki?
Yeah, but she only held it for like a week.
Yeah, she didn't
and
hold
she
it
cashed
long and cashed it successfully.
Yeah, but like the same night, I think, right? Or like the week after, she cashed it in like almost immediately, and then only held it for held the title for like a week or two. So we need like nice long, you know, Money in the Bank, you know, holders. Like I think honestly, first of all, the best woman to hold the Money in the Bank briefcase was Carmella. She did a really good job, you know, with the whole Mella's money thing, and she did a really good job, you know, trying to, you know, like she really made it part of her character, and she really utilized the briefcase. And you know, it was the longest time anyone, not just to women, anyone has held a Money in the Bank briefcase. So Mella, I think, is probably the best woman who's held the Money in the Bank briefcase, because then it was Alexa Bliss who cashed it in the same night.
Nikki was the night after.
Yeah, there you go.
Because Rhea injured Charlotte, Nikki came in, and then that started that whole triple threat kind of situation they had going for a while.
Which I did not like, but there you go.
When that was happening, and they came to Pittsburgh when they were touring again, Rhea was super over, Nikki was not, and Nikki was champ.
I remember that. That being said, Rhea Ripley should win Money in the Bank.
Bro, I'm gonna be there. If she wins Money in the Bank, I'm going to lose my mind.
It seems like it makes the most sense, but I also think Money in the Bank could be like the return ladder match. And what I mean by that is like have Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Asuka. That's 4 of your participants. Have all of them be in the match, and then you can just add 2 wild cards like Rhea Ripley, and someone else. You know, like there you go. They're already fighting and turning on each other, so might as well have a briefcase on the line.
How did we get to... Oh, I was like, how did we even get to this conversation? Wow, we really took a detour.
Oops.
But before I get to the rest of my picks, one more thing about Money in the Bank. You could have Jay win it at Money in the Bank, hold it until Mania, cash in on Roman at Mania.
There you go. The second heist of the century.
I'm just saying. And he could, constantly toy Roman with it. It'd be so good. Mind games.
I want, well, first of all, I want AJ to win Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble before he retires. Like, please just give him one or the other, or if possible, both. Right now he's doing black magic with Edge and Damian Priest.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with those. Kevin Owens gets my second pick, specifically for this whole Elias Ezekiel shit they're doing. Everyone, Tommaso Ciampa even was like, no, that's Ezekiel, that's Elias' younger brother. And Kevin Owens is losing his mind. He's like,
he's the only sane one.
Yeah, everyone's making it seem like he's the crazy one. And he's like, I look at those eyes, I know you're Elias. And I'm so curious to see how long this plays out, because it's just going to be so funny. Because KO's so good at this subtle comedy stuff.
He's going to make this work. He's going to make this work. And then, now they have something to do with Ezekiel.
And literally, every time I say Ezekiel, I just think of an Amish man on a farm, hat and all, possibly some glasses. That's what I think of. But, and then I'm also giving it to Samoa Joe. His second week on AEW.
The only reason why I didn't make it Joe is because, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy for him. But first of all, the whole ending just ruined his win.
I'm ignoring the
not just because his win got ruined, but I'm like, with this debut, I was like, the fuck.
I'm ignoring.
But also, like, I'm sorry, but Minoru Suzuki just won that title. They are giving him mad disrespect on AEW television. Like, I think every single match Minoru Suzuki's been on AEW, he's fucking lost. I'm like, that is disrespectful to the king. First, the Suzuki incident, and now you're having him lose on every match on AEW television. Well, no.
So, like NXT's done the same thing. Prime example. So Suzuki won it on, oh god, what was that, like Friday, Saturday, something. Like the weekend of WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
So he won it. Joe takes it this week. NXT, Stand and Deliver. Dakota and Raquel win the titles. Toxic Truck takes them off on Tuesday. Last week.
Which, like, I don't get why. I didn't like.
They do shit like this companies do this all the time.
Like, if you were gonna have it done this soon, why not? I guess because, again, it's only an hour, but have it at Battle of the Belts, where, it's called Battle of the Belts.
Well, they have the world title on there. That's why they're not doing it on Battle of the Belts. They have the ROH world title.
Who says you can't defend the TV title also, though?
Well, I'm just saying they don't want to make it all Ring of Honor belts. Like, you gotta have...
Because they decided... That's not my fault that Tony sniffed too much crack and forgot to realize that, maybe another AEW title should be...
I'm aware of this. You're aware of this. Tony Khan sure is fucking aware of this because he's too coked out of his mind. Also, Matt said he's a grandpa he should lose. Murder grandpa. Come on. Those chops looked disgusting on both parts.
I'm gonna say, I'm like, not just any grandpa can do that shit, okay?
I think the reason for the NXT quick title changes are the call-ups. I mean, that's true. Like, that makes sense.
Then why even have it happen in the
But
first
you
place?
know you're gonna call them up. Why even do a title change? Like, I get it, but I don't, AEW titles take precedence on AEW TV. Also true.
Takes precedence, but they have the same number of AEW matches as they do Ring of Honor matches on Battle of the Belts. Like,
they have more...
It's the TNT, the women's, and...
It's the TNT, the women's, and then just the
Ring of Honor. I thought 2 Ring of Honor. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, it's only 3 matches. God damn it, I'm getting it confused. But
well, it's because it's only an hour, and they didn't even...
They've been hyping this... They hyped it up way too much, in my opinion. And then they're like... Really, the only one they, announced really before then was the women's match. I feel like the other ones just kind of just threw in. Like, all right, those are going on too.
Well, I mean, the Sammy Scorpio one makes sense because the stupid food they have.
But, I guess it wasn't really made for Battle of the Belts until yesterday or, last week. Was it yesterday when
maybe last week?
I don't know. I have not been paying attention because the Thai content
I ignore that shit.
Yeah,
I don't care.
They're like, be mad. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
I will be, because you guys are gross.
I was gonna say, I'm like, if you watch Unpopular Wrestling Opinions, you know what I had to say about that, okay? Like, be mad, but then also then pussies off Twitter because people have the right to their own opinion. I don't get it, but...
I don't know. But, alright. Are you ready for the question of the week?
Yes, I'm ready for this question.
Do you remember that thing I told you to keep in the back of your mind?
Yes. The new NXT title designs.
So 17 years ago, John Cena debuts the spinner belt. Now, that got me thinking. There's, been lots of talks about belts, titles, championships, whatever you want to call them, over the past few weeks. We brought up the NXT titles getting a little bit of a change, colors, the design-wise, everything. So, so we're going to do, your favorite belt, title, championship, whatever you want to call them, designs, and your least favorite / the worst belt, title, championship designs.
Okay.
So,
do I go first?
One I've always loved is the classic Intercontinental title. It's just so pretty. The white strap, there's, the sleek gold with it. it like fits well together.
Yeah, I get you.
We can just like bounce back and forth.
Okay, a title that I've always loved and will never get over being gone is the IWGP heavyweight title. That belt should have never left Katie. It should have stayed. Especially what they downgraded to, it was just, oh, I miss that belt so much. At this point, you know, Okada's embraced it. I'm like, God damn it, you're supposed to be the one who saved us from it. But I think at this point, Matt Tamagotchi is the only one who could save us from that new belt, okay? Because let me tell you, he was the only other person who was absolutely livid that Kota Ibushi was unifying the titles. Okada's embraced it already. He's gone over it. Tanahashi, I don't know. So I'm like, Tana, I think you're our only hope now. So please, save us. But yeah, so IWGP heavyweight title, iconic. Love that belt.
I like pulled some up because like I had an idea and then I forgot.
Okay.
The spinner belt, I literally have a replica of the spinner belt up
that
on
is
my bookshelf.
Awesome. The spinner belt is probably like one of the most iconic. Like
it's dead as one of my favorite belts.
Okay.
It's just so cool. I also one that I hated and I'm so glad it's gone is that stupid fucking Fabergé egg they gave the AEW Women's Championship. Like it looked like a fucking egg.
First, both belts. They just made an egg and then they made the egg slightly bigger. I'm like, get that Barbie belt out of the freaking division.
Better.
That should have been the title from day one, Katie. That should have been the title from day one. Because like they debuted the TBS title. I'm like, how the fuck is this title so much better looking than the world title, technically, like the highest title for the women's division? It wasn't until again they remade it. I was like, for Revolution, I was like, that's the belt we should have gone from day one, not the little Barbie accessory that we got. Speaking of Barbie accessories, I'm sorry, pretty colors, but the Divas title,
you don't like the butterfly?
Like, not for a women's championship, okay? Especially when you're trying to like revolutionize women's wrestling. Like, no. Again, if it was like an actual if it was outside of wrestling, or if it was like a women's like a women's wrestler, like just their accessory, like if they wore a belt like that just because that was their gimmick, I would be like, that's fucking cool. I love the colors, I love the butterfly, but for actual the title to show that you're the best one in the division, I'm like, what screams more threatening than a butterfly?
I mean,
like, butterflies are the only bugs I'm not afraid of. I'm afraid of all fucking bugs, okay? So
she said,
that
I'm scared.
So yeah, like that, no. That, I didn't like the Divas title. The 24/7 title also. Probably the worst designed in wrestling belt history.
That is atrocious.
I will never.
Let's see. Matt said U.S. spinner over WWE spinner. I don't know. I liked both. Like, the U.S. spinner debuting was just so cool. But, like, I don't know. I have a, it's close to my heart is the WWE spinner. He also said the smoking skull. Also a great choice. The $1 million championship? Like,
that tells people you're broke. Like you keep, like, even just getting a replica, just wearing that will just tell people, like, oh, fuck, you're poor. Like,
if you're broke, I'm busy. Like,
exactly. I love
the women's tag titles.
Yeah,
beautiful. I think it's like the gold with just like a white strap.
I also just like that it's a different. It's not. Because I know people were thinking they were just gonna slap the WWE logo like the women's titles and they were just gonna do something like. I'm so glad they didn't do that. Like, they're like when they showed them, I was like, oh my god, these titles are amazing.
They're nice.
Of course, I love the AEW title. Never forget, they fucked up the shot of Bret Hart holding it up. They messed up. I was like, dude, like how you had one job, production crew, you had one job. Maybe it was Tony. I don't know, because
it probably was, bro. Probably was.
Yeah. Beautiful belt. Replicas run to like $700, which is very outrageous, but you know what? When I really start consistently making money, I'm probably gonna get one at some point, because that belt is beautiful, and apparently it's also very heavy.
I believe it.
But yeah, like I would wear that belt, like I would put that belt on and go out in public. I'd be like, hell yeah.
I'm like looking at the other ones. I like the classic NXT title. Like, just the big
really
X.
Cool.
Like, that was cool.
Like, especially, like, watching KO, like, debut with that, like, on Monday Night Raw. and like then like going up
And
against
proceed
John
to
Cena.
step on the U.S. title. Crazy.
I was like,
I was like, oh my god. I was like, fuck this Kevin
I
Owens
was
guy.
like, I was like, gasp.
Lay gasp.
Yeah, leg gasp, basically. He is Canadian, so
He is Canadian.
But it's a really cool belt, and I know this has nothing to do with title belts, but can we just talk about how Kevin Owens' debut, like pay-per-view debut match, he beats John Cena clean at Money in the Bank, like clean. I was like, what the heck,
dude? I know.
That was a shock. I don't think anyone
I was a
expected
big KO hater that year.
You were like,
I was a big KO hater.
Well, that's how I was, because I know you love John Cena. That was me with Rollins, because I was a huge Dean Ambrose fan 2014. So I was like, best know I fucking hated Rollins when he was feuding with Ambrose.
Undisputed Championship, also a good one, Matt. And the big gold's classic.
That's a classic one. I know people like when they were first talking about the Universal title, they're like, bring that one back. Bring the big gold back.
That's what a lot of people wanted, yeah.
That's what they should have done.
Another underrated one that definitely should have been sold on the shop. Naomi's Glow Women's Championship.
They need to make those, like, even if it's just like a limited quantity and like, get them while it lasts.
The ball.
Well, I remember on Total Diva, she almost got in trouble for that. They're like, oh, well, just give us a heads up because it's cool, but just let us know. I'm like, oh my god, Naomi thought she was gonna damn near lose her job,
which is
like
asinine.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, she did something creative with that belt. That belt looks so much better than it does now. Like, give it back to Naomi. Let her redecorate it. I'm pretty sure she would probably do some wonders.
I'm trying to
I wouldn't be so, like, you know what, Naomi, do something with the tag. You have the tag titles, like, let Sasha bling it up and then let Naomi put the glow back on it.
NXT UK belts. Those are like sleek.
Those are like really good belts. Like, I think, like, fuck, they needed to take some notes from that, because, like, again, when the Universal, I will never forget when the Universal title got debuted. Everyone was like, oh, like, I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch, they probably like saturated like the disgust in the crowd. But oh my god,
it's like, I get it, your brand, but like a big W. As your title?
No, then like a big red because like technically the WWE World Championship's like the same thing, just black, but like the big red jam belt, I was like, what the hell?
Jam.
And it got old, because I was like, okay, because first it was, well, obviously the WWE Championship was like that, technically The Rock debuted that belt, like he introduced it. It was the old logo first, but then, they obviously updated it. But the whole concept of the big logo being in the middle, that was, introduced to us by The Rock, which, and at first it seemed cool, because, even then, back in, 2015, 2016, I wanted that WWE Championship. I thought it looked so cool. But then, the women's belt came along, and you went from the Divas title to the women's title, so I was like, okay, this is a beautiful belt, I can hang. But then they did it with the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then the Universal Championship. I'm like, okay, I'm getting enough, I've had enough.
I kind of like the new US title.
I thought it was good. I know some people were saying, oh, that was the one that didn't need changing. I'm like, dude, but just accept it. Like, it was a good belt, it's a nice belt. At least it didn't downgrade completely. Like, it was.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
I think it was a good updated version of the.
It's a modernized version of the belt.
A belt I do hate. And especially the person who won the belt, I fucking hate more. The unfinished TNT title that they debuted at Double or Nothing. I'm like, dude, just why debut that belt if it was unfinished? Like, what the hell was the point of that?
I still, to this day, do not understand why you would debut a belt.
And then Cody Rhodes got a whole ass fireworks show in front of nobody, because again, it was COVID. So you got a whole fireworks show that literally no one watched, like no one live, because everyone was watching on like streaming it, but like no one watched that live. So he had a whole fireworks show for winning an unfinished belt, in front of nobody. I'm like, a fucking course, like it doesn't matter. Like he thinks that he probably imagines people like, oh my god, they're bowing to me or something. But.
Trying to see what other ones I like.
The NXT tag titles are pretty nice. I think they're. Nice
I
and
like
smooth.
the NXT belt in general. Like NXT's like I even kind of fucks with the North American title. Like I do.
I thought it was a nice title.
Yeah.
It was something different. It was something different. Like again, like it wasn't like I wouldn't have been surprised if they just again slapped the giant NXT logo and just called it that. But no, like it was something different.
Yeah.
Adam Cole's the first one to win it though. Gotta
Shout
appreciate
out.
that. In the ladder match, I remember watching. I was watching it on my phone because we were out and I was like, I wanted to watch this.
Dude, I lost my
yeah.
mind. Lost my marbles.
Red straps and blue straps.
NWA
I wasn't a
National
big.
titles.
I know some people like, will like give or take, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the TNT white strap. I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't like. I know it. It could like resemble like the Intercontinental titles from both like New Japan and WWE. Well, both like the used to be belt for WWE. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess like going from like the black from red to black and then to white. I was like, I think the white was my least favorite, honestly. Also, I think. Okay, well, again, it makes more sense now with the whole Dan Lambert situation, but I'm tired of seeing the two of the same belts. I'm like, dude, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, damn.
You see, I usually don't like the red strap or the blue strap or anything. With the North American one, since it's like a dark burgundy red, I kind of fuck with it. But like the bright red, like that's on like it's looks different on Twitch, but like the red in our logo, like if it's that red, I can't fuck with it. Like it's too much. And like the blue, I love blue, it's my favorite color, but why?
I love blue too, but not for a strap.
No,
like,
you can have it like in the design of like the plate, but it doesn't have to be the strap.
Yeah,
at all.
Like that's why the SmackDown Women's Championship looks better than the Universal title, because the white strap with the blue interior, like that looks pretty good. So
yeah,
and honestly, again, it could be because blue is my favorite color, but when they showed the SmackDown Women's Championship, the exact same fucking belt as the Raw Women's Championship, I was like, all right, I can dig it because it was blue. I was like, I liked the blue better than the red, but that was just me.
Yeah. He said, "No, Mira's belt fucked hard. Love that belt."
I didn't say I didn't love it. It's just like it was my least favorite of the two.
I will say I did like that they used different iterations for each person who held it.
Is that what they were? Well, I guess it's a little different.
I mean, that's what it seemed like.
No, but I guess I was gonna ask: is that how, like, why Sammy was like, I'll just keep two belts? But now it seems like, like that's not the case now that Scorpio Sky, is basically holding the same thing. He doesn't have his own iteration of the belt.
I mean,
not everyone has to have their own.
He might at one point. I mean, well, because like Cody was the first one, Darby's was different, Miro's was different, and then Sammy's was different too. Well,
I wonder,
Brody's was also different too.
I was gonna say, they probably wouldn't have changed it had Brody not passed. But I'm glad they did. But I'm glad they did, because that is the most respectful way you could like retire the red strap. With -1 being the champion forever, no one ever is gonna hold that belt again. I think it's a great way to like.
I do like that. That's what they did. New belts died.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that TNT belt is never allowed to be red again. This is all I'm gonna say. You can make it blue, but don't make it red.
No, they can't. They're not allowed. Any other belts you can think of that like you really loved, you really hated?
I really loved the Knockouts Championship before the the current AEW Women's Championship, and I guess you could count before the TBS Championship as well. I guess because what's conflicting is that it's basically the TNT title, so it's not really original.
Yeah.
But I guess it's has been the best women's belt for ages. Like honestly, like the original WWE women's belt, like not the original one, but like the one that Trish and Lita held, the ones that from that time.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
That one could probably give it a run for its money just because of how iconic it is, in my opinion. But other than that, in like the modern era, like that Knockouts Championship is probably the best title that one or the NXT UK Women's Championship.
Yeah, they like we said, the NXT UK belts are nice.
Yeah, those
are nice. So if you could, this is the second part of my question. You are given the power, you are given the money, you are given all of the creative freedom. What would your dream design be for a belt, title, championship, whatever you want to call it?
That is hard. That is really hard.
It's like, I know for mine, like we were talking about, the white strap is beautiful, and I love it. But like also, so I'm picturing like the white strap. As I hit my mic, shut up, Matt. With, so we'll just go with like plain gold as like the plating, but the side plates I think I would want like black to kind of like give it that off. I would want it to look sleek but also chaotic at the same time, because I feel like that's me as a person. So having like the sleekness of it, but if you look into the details, it's very chaotic and all over like the NXT titles now, like sleek, they look nice, but then the inside is very colorful, and like, even though people hate that, Vince, but like, I think they look nice. Like, it's the changing of the guard, basically. NXT 2.0. Get yourself some new belts. So I feel like that's just something I would want for mine. Maybe fuck around, throw in the spinner. Oh, have the side plate spin. There we go.
That would be cool. This is hard though, because like, you know, this is a belt and I want it to look good.
Yeah.
So first, what kind of, like, does it have to be for specific, like, oh, this is like gonna be like a women's belt, or like, you know, okay. I guess a belt that I would design. Okay, like, would it be specifically just like for me? Or
I mean, you
like,
can make it however you want. Like, I did it like specifically for me. So like, if I were to go to a company, win a belt.
No, but like, okay, I was like, because like, for example, because I know, like, here's the thing though,
change it and be like, this is my version of it, like how like Stone Cold had a version of his.
Okay,
like
gotcha. That helps me a lot. Okay, because I know we were just shitting the hell out of blue straps, but if it was like, hold on, if the strap was a deep, dark, like hard to distinguish between black, the kind of navy blue,
okay,
I would have that be the strap. That's because the bright blue is what doesn't work for me. I think if it was a dark, deep navy blue, could be passable. And I would want silver plates, like, you know, silver, you know, the plates to be silver.
Okay.
Because I'm a Cowboys fan, so I mean, blue and silver, just navy blue and silver are just my colors. I wouldn't have it be shaped like a star, but like I would have like kind of like the similar designs of what the TNT and TBS championship have, like that nice little interior, like the plates have like those tiny little details.
Yeah.
I would kind of have those same little details in it as well.
Okay.
But and then the side plates are hard. I think I would like to have the side plates like the square, like they're like not really squares, but like they're like, I guess, what, I don't even know what shape it is, where like it looks like a square, but it has like the edge, like the edged curve, like that's not like you know what how do I say this?
Explain it one more time.
It's like the side plates are kind of like, I feel like there's a title belt. There's title belts with this side. Oh my god. Sorry, I just read Matt's comment.
I read it before.
Okay. Thanks, Matt. Anyway, so like, I don't know if the NXT belts are just squared or if they're like they look like
them like they're rounded.
Yeah, basically, but they're not round. Like it's like straight and then not like it's like not like a soft curve. It's like a straight curve and then down and then stop like that.
Okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
That if you're listening, I am so sorry. Just think
if you're listening, good fucking luck.
I know, like, I'll try to explain it best as I can if you're listening. So it goes straight across and then sharp edges, then down vertically, sharp edges, and then straight horizontally.
It kind of looks
That
like
kind of shape.
It has like the format kind of like a diamond.
I know, but that's how my side plates would look.
She's getting specific with the side plates. Shit, okay.
And then, you know, I would, again, depends obviously on, like, the wrestler, if you even have, like, the logo for it, or, like, the kind, if you could, like, have, kind of like, I hate to use her as an example, but Charlotte, she has, like, her name on one plate, and then she has, like, her logo of, like, her flared up eye, you know, on the other belt, like, something like that. But if you can, and you just gotta do the same thing on both, that's okay. Because that also looks good.
I think having, like, your, like, either your name or your nickname and then, like, your logo is, like, a smart thing to do.
Yeah, so, but if possible, I mean, if not, I mean, I guess it could work both ways. Like, they come up with something for someone. I'm thinking more WWE in this case, because they have, like, the custom side plates.
Mm-hmm.
But, so side plates, like the custom side plates, you know, with some sort of like logo affiliate with your character, and then like I would also like to have the little nameplate, like on the, you know, U.S. title, the AW Championship, you know, like the little nameplates. I would also like to have that in the middle.
The Bebe belt.
The Bebe belt.
That's what mine's gonna be called. Baby. I just thought that now. So.
Cool.
I also just thought of this question like 3 hours ago, so I'm really doing good today.
Nice.
It's because I kept seeing shit about the spinner belt, and I was like, I have to do something with this.
Like, I need a spinner of my own.
I have one. It's still in the packaging. But
nice.
It's up there.
I don't have any replica belts. I would like to, but
it's not like a legit replica. Like, I'm not that rich. Come on now.
Oh no, but like some people, like there's some people who actually make their own replica belts. Like there's some companies that like make. They're probably still pricey, but I think they'd be cheap. Like for example, there's this guy's Instagram page. He's actually a toy collector. He makes belts. He actually made the BTE title. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. But if you request to have a belt made, it could be any belt, he'll make it for you. So I'm pretty sure if I were to ask him how, like, he could probably make me a replica AEW championship for much cheaper than $700, okay?
Probably. There's an Etsy store I was on. I couldn't tell you who it was. So this was back when, I think before you joined and I was still with Smack Raw. I was like, I think it'd be cool if we had like a little belt, you know, like. So I got like a small, like a very, very small one made. Which I don't even know where it is at this point. If I find it, I'll send you a picture of it. But basically, it was like I like was in contact with this person, and I was like, "This is the logo we have. This is kind of what I want it to look like, and it looks like just an old school belt. It has like Smack Raw logo and stuff on it. I never did anything with it, because I ended up leaving the show. But
we're independent now. We're starting a revolution.
We're starting an evolution. Women's evolution.
No, it's because I'm trying to reference Cody. I was gonna tell you that, Katie, at some point you're gonna just not book me the way I want to, so I'm gonna lead back to Smack Raw.
Yeah, traitor.
I'm gonna be old traitor ass. No, I'm not gonna turn heel.
I wouldn't care. I
was gonna say, obviously I need you more than you need me, so that's all I'm gonna say. Like, you'll be fine.
I was gonna say, I can do this show blindfolded upside down if I needed to.
Yeah, I know you can. Adam can replace me. Well, Adam. Oh,
it's true. I got Adam. I have a Grogu that could replace you. I got people who could replace you.
I'm easily replaceable.
By inanimate objects. Good job.
Big sad.
Big sad.
That's how I'm spending my last days in my 20. And in year 20, I'm gonna talk about my replacements. My inanimate object placements, because I'm fucking useless.
Stop it. Shut up. Alright.
Because objects are more valuable than me, I know.
The desire to mute you is so strong. So strong. Okay. And one of these days, Savannah, it's gonna happen. And you're not gonna know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even gonna warn you one of these times. I'm just gonna mute you and see if you notice. Because I can do one of two things. I can mute you in
OBS
Zoom,
or
or
on
I can mute
Twitch?
you on OBS.
Oh, yeah, they're not Twitch.
Because if I mute you on OBS, you won't know.
Yeah, I know.
But they'll know because they won't hear you.
I mean, I could just turn it up on here.
I mean, realistically, you could. But you just never know. I'm sneaky.
I'm sorry for being honest.
This has been the ShElite Showcase. If you listened this far, thank you very much. Savannah, tell the people where they can find you, what you've been on, what you are doing, all the things.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at y2garcia with underscore. There's no underscore. It's not me. What I've been on. Don't think I've been on. No, I've not been on anything. But soon, I won't say what it is yet because it's still kind of a while away. But I've been asked to be on someone else's show. It's with Smacked Raw. I guess I take it based on your reaction. They have not asked you, or they don't. I don't know if they're planning on asking you.
We're gonna talk after the recording.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be on another show in like May. Maybe I'll be on something before then, but that's all I know right now.
I think I might know what you're talking about, but again, we'll talk about it after. Because I think I was also asked, and I turned it down. But
there you go. So that's what's up with me. And I turned 21 on Sunday.
Yes, Savannah's birthday's on Sunday, Easter Sunday. Tweet or Instagram or DM or whatever. Happy birthday on Sunday. Any news on the New Japan Takeover? Like, what's going on with that?
Let's not remind me, okay? I've never been so I'm editing it because I'm just like, look, if I can't put it on my hard drive, then I'll just, my birthday's coming up, I'll get some money soon. I might just buy myself another hard drive just so I can fucking move it on there. It's just been pissing me off. I should have it, maybe not this weekend because I'm gonna be fucking busy, but maybe sometime next week. Because also we're approaching finals, so things have been kind of hectic.
Like I said, just put it up in the drive and let me know when it's in the drive, and I will take care of it from there.
Yeah.
Do not fret, child. Do not fret.
Yeah.
And of course you can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. Linktree in my bio to take you to all things ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Typically Thursdays 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you can find us live streaming. We have a YouTube channel. Please go subscribe if you would like to see the video version of all of these podcasts. Audio you can find on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. There's an Instagram. I'm a few weeks behind. I was caught up and then I got sidetracked. That's all me. My bad. Before I get to the thing that, like, I'm kind of excited to talk about, I'm on the latest episode of the Get Show podcast. Just asked me to be on. Justin's a good friend of the show. Please go check that out if you'd like to hear us talk about wrestlers giving TED Talks. Very interesting. Highly recommend. The WrestleMania Night 2 with Young Kings, specifically TC and Matt, because Reek was busy. What else am I on? I feel like I've done more things at this point. I don't know. I've been on things before. I'm on a lot of people's shows. Just find me there. But one thing I wanted to talk about before we fully go, I have almost put the final touches on getting us a place for merch. It will not be through Run a Maneuver, because fuck that. We're going to go through someone new. I'm working on getting us... Well, I actually bought it. I bought us a domain, so we have a website. Yeah, it's a thing I did. So I don't have everything set up yet. I just did it a few days ago. So once I get that up and running and get the designs up and everything, there will be a link. We're finally getting merch, baby. This is the closest it's been, and I'm so excited. So fucking excited. Oh, and Justin, Heel Tactics, our guy, of course, go hit him up. He has Sunday Night Heats. He does every Sunday on Twitter. He takes old school wrestling themes, mixes them with some hip-hop beats he's created. They're so good. They're so entertaining. He's done, like, Mankind, Kane, Triple H, Undertaker. He's done so many. They're all so good. He's also created all the music for these shows, because he's a gem of a human. His links are in the description below on the video and the audio. Excuse me. Inside the Mind Of will be making a return this month. To be determined on when, but this month. In the Crowd, the next episode of that's going to be happening this month as well. And then, like Savannah said, New Japan Takeover will be happening this month. April's going to be a big month for us.
Yeah.
So, we thank everyone for watching, listening, hanging out, what have you with us. We greatly appreciate it. And, yeah, we're going to see you guys next week. So, bye-bye.